The opinions in this podcast are all our own.
But the businesses are real chamber members.
It's a chamber chat.
Coming to you from Wahoo, Nebraska. Chamber Chat with Kate
And Kat.
Welcome to Chamber Chat with Kate.
And Kat. I'm Catherine Nygren.
And I'm Kate DeCoste. This podcast is everything Wahoo Chamber of Commerce.
Well, Kate, we have another guest in the studio.
We do. Do you want to do the honors of introducing?
Yes, we've got Graham from Wahoo Distillery.
Yes. And we were just talking about, yes, we do have
A whiskey place in town.
Yeah.
Wahoo. There's whiskey.
Yes. Well, thanks, Graham, for coming and
Yeah, no problem. It's great to be here.
yeah. So you are our chamber business of the week this week. It's kind of funny. We should have had like a twofer for you.
Oh, yeah.
With whiskey
and barbecue.
Yeah.
That's true. I definitely have two businesses here. So we have the distillery where we make whiskey and working on a few other products. And then we also have high voltage barbecue, which runs around Wahoo, but mostly heads east into the Omaha area from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah. We started high voltage barbecue about 8 years ago.
Okay.
We've really been hitting stride since in the last 4
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Which also kind of lines up with when I purchased the building in Wahoo and actually had a home for the trailer versus
Sure.
Wherever we were putting it.
Right. That's always nice. Then you can have, where you're taking it,
Sure.
Yeah. And I know when we went out last week to film your business of the week, we were all of the three of us that came out, we were like, ooh, smells good. Because you were like just getting like stuff like prepped, I think.
Yeah, we were cooking last week. We did a few events and we'll do some more cooking next week as we prepare for the Saunders County Fair.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll move in there on Saturday and I honestly don't know when we're done.
Right.
When the people leave.
When
When it clears out.
Yeah, when you see like people aren't riding rides anymore, you're like, okay, I guess we're done.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
It's about the truth, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it's great having a place out here where we can store the trailer and we got a commercial kitchen and it just
Nice.
makes things easier.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Having all the
A
right
lot
tools to get the
Yeah.
job
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
And in one location. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's great.
So which came first, the barbecue or the whiskey part?
The barbecue did, maybe not obviously, but the licensing for food trucks is a lot easier than licensing for distilleries. Like
I've heard that in Nebraska.
Actually, the state wasn't too bad. Like the
Oh.
state's been really easy to get along with.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's just the federal application takes a long time.
Okay.
Got it.
It's not particularly painful. It just takes a long time,
Mhm.
Okay.
which is fine.
Sure.
And it's a little different than like a brewery,
A lot of it
with
would
it being spirits.
I don't know though.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of overlap because I've never
Uh-huh.
been through the beer side of the process. But, it just takes some time. That's
Right.
fine.
There's
Sure.
just hoops to jump and
Yep.
Sure. I feel like with anything with that kind of stuff, it's like, make sure you're prepared
Right,
that
all
it's
the
not going to happen
paperwork.
next week. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, they are very clear about like their time frames.
Oh, well, that's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. And then beyond that, like, lots of paperwork involved in the application process. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What made you think to start Wahoo Distillery?
Yeah, so my grandpa used to make spirits back in the day, which of course got me excited about it. I've always really enjoyed like alcoholic beverages.
Sure.
Don't take that the wrong way. But also, I felt like that the state probably has enough breweries at the moment. And
Yes.
that's fine if they open another one.
Sure.
That's not what I wanted to get into.
Sure.
The other thing, like, again, I didn't know Wahoo very well when we first bought the building out here, but it's been great. Like,
Okay, good.
the location's really good between Lincoln and Omaha. Of course, the people are absolutely awesome. I mean, you guys know this. The water's really good out here for making whiskey.
Really?
Okay.
Nice.
Like really good.
Uh-huh.
And, just kind of, I mean, I came from a small town, and Wahoo is not a small town compared to Eustis, Nebraska, but it feels small townish compared to
Yes.
some places around here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of curious to know what is good about the Wahoo water.
Yeah, so it's really hard, which you guys probably know, right?
Yes,
Like, I mean,
yes.
You know how your faucets plug up all the time?
Right,
Yeah.
right. And you
Yeah,
have
the
to have
deposit
like
stuff.
the softeners and
Mhm.
yeah.
Exactly. Like that type of stuff is really good for making whiskey.
Really?
Okay.
I had no idea.
No, neither.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I mean, I always like, well, we've talked about this before because I love Wahoo water. And
She said that before.
I've moved to different like towns and states and cities, and I'm like, what is this? Like,
It's different. It
Tastes
absolutely
funny.
is.
yeah.
And I mean, like if you think about like Jack Daniel's marketing, or they're talking about getting water out of limestone caves and stuff.
Sure.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're not doing that here, but
Right.
there's
Right.
similarities in the profile.
Okay.
You know?
So that mineral content.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Never would
Yeah.
have thought of that.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to make a batch of whiskey, start to finish?
So if I had nothing at all on hand, which we don't really run into that problem, we could have some stuff out in about 8 days. But
Okay.
we do most of our brewing over the winter because it's of course a hot process.
Mhm.
Sure.
And it makes the building really hot, so it's fun to do that in the winter.
Right.
But yeah, we've got a bunch on hand for when orders start coming in, which, won't be that long.
Right.
Nice.
That's a good idea to do it during the winter.
Well, and it's probably a good balance with your food truck. So then when it comes to be county fair time or some of the festivals and events that are
Oh, yeah.
in the area, then that frees you up to do that because you're not
Absolutely.
brewing.
Yeah, like the two companies are really pretty nice because like the food truck obviously doesn't do much during the winter,
Uh-huh.
and whiskey doesn't do much during the summer. I wish there was a month in there somewhere that I could have a little break, but
Right.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Actually take a vacation.
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like both businesses are year round, even though like you're saying you're brewing. But we had you out at Christmas in Wahoo, and hoping that you'll do that again this year.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've already
Always-
got my
always
Wahoo
planning ahead.
permit.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, I'm already starting to, things where I'm like, what do we need to start thinking about?
Right. Planning.
Yeah. So I feel like, you can bring your food truck out at any time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So obviously I do a lot of tastings around the state.
Mhm.
Right.
And either someone's from Wahoo or they have a brother, cousin, uncle that lives here. Like
Yes.
everywhere I go.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
fine. It's
And
just
so then
fine.
they're
6
like,
degrees
do
of
you
Wahoo."
know?
Yes.
Yeah, that's always the next thing.
Yes.
You know Bob Smith.
Right.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Maybe
That
I
sounds
do.
familiar.
That
Yeah.
that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran into him once. But it is
Put you on the
funny.
spot.
Yes. So are you going to be, I know you said that you're going to be doing barbecue at the fair. Are you going to be part of the Sunset Sips this year?
Yeah, we will definitely be set up there. We're all ready to go. It's going to
Yay.
be fun though. Like I did the same sort of thing at the Butler County Fair like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's a great turnout. You get to meet a bunch of people. And I mean, again, the environment's awesome
Mhm.
Yes.
because everyone's having a good time.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not too many angry people at,
And a big cocktail
Events
party.
like that.
Yes. You
Right.
get to be outside and
Mhm.
have some
Some
drinks
music,
and music and your
snacks.
friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, it's great.
They dropped up a whole bunch of your empty bottles for centerpieces. We'll have them full of flowers. So.
Oh, that's right. We did
Yeah.
get Jen picked those up when we did your video.
Absolutely.
Yep. They're in our back room now.
Nice.
Ready to go for next week.
Nice.
If you need more, let me know.
Okay.
I know where there's a bunch
You know where
more.
the stash. All right.
Well, they just keep showing up, right? Like
People bring them back to recycle. And
No, I just find them around the back.
Oh, they just empty themselves out.
Something like that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
They got
Gotcha.
holes in the bottom or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
They're leaking. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right.
Oh, fun. But yeah, that's always a fun night. Saunders
Yes.
County's biggest cocktail party. And
Yes. I know. As long as it's not 100 degrees. But you can still have fun even when
Even
it's...
last year, yeah. I remember going and it was
And it
super
was
hot,
hot.
but there was still a ton of people,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, and it's shaded,
enjoy
which
it.
helps a lot.
That does
right?
help.
It is. They got some big fans and stuff going on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If you were out in the open, that would be no good.
It'd
No.
be brutal. Yeah.
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 Yeah. The shade and the fans make a huge difference.
Yeah. So is there a certain way that you like to drink your whiskey? Just like, do you just drink it straight
Neat.
up? Yeah. Neat. Or do you like a splash of something?
So what I tell people is I like it to be about 60 degrees,
Okay.
which no one seems to disagree with that. It's just holding something at 60 degrees is hard because like fridges there's
Aren't
no
set to
fridge.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Your
Yeah.
house is warmer, your fridge is
Right,
colder.
right. Like
Right.
it's kind of hard to do. So
Uh-huh.
on ice typically.
Okay.
Both of them on ice is typically how I do it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's a lot of people out there that make cocktails with our products, and
Right.
I'm no good. Like I'm not a mixologist by any
Mhm.
means.
Okay.
Straight up.
Although we do have a recipe menu, trifle, whatever you want to
Oh,
call
yeah,
it,
yeah.
Mm.
that we're working on
Oh, nice.
for people that are more creative than me.
Sure, sure. And be like, hey, you can mix with these. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
So that should be out here shortly, hopefully.
Okay. Okay.
I'm excited because, like, again, I'm very boring about what I do with my product, but I know there's people that want to do other things.
Sure. Sure.
And
Well-
you've got the 2 different flavors, correct? You've got the regular and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Did I see that?
We got our original and then we have our cinnamon. And I'm working on rum right now. So
Oh.
most people don't know molasses gets made in Nebraska,
Really?
but out in Scotts Bluff, they make molasses
As
as
a
a
sugar beets?
as a
out
co-product
there.
of sugar
Huh.
beets. So
Interesting.
yet another Nebraska product I'm working on.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Very excited. To find
Yeah,
out.
I'm excited about that because I was too much of a whiskey lover in college.
Were you?
Yes, and so I can't drink it. Like I can't really smell. Like it kind of like I'm like if I smell it, I'm like,
A little
oh god.
PTSD.
Yeah, a
from
little
college.
PTSD. But rum I can do, so
Mhm.
I'm excited about.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to take a while.
Mhm.
Like,
Sure.
There's way more, or there's as much to know about rum as there is about whiskey, which,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
again, it's going to take a minute. But
Right.
I'll get it figured out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there when you.
We ready
when
for
you do.
tastings?
Yeah. Yeah.
For real. For real. There's so many types, though. But anyway, that's what we're working on today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Where can people find your whiskey at on shelves?
So we're at about 250 retail locations across the state. Obviously,
Nice.
if you're in Wahoo, there's, Cairns has it, Super C has it, and a few other places. But
Okay.
yeah, we're not that hard to find.
No.
Mhm.
If you're in the Omaha, Grand Island, Fremont, of course, Wine, Beer, and Spirits has us.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
These all have us. Well, not all the Hy-Vees, but most of the Hy-Vees.
Most Hy-Vees.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, quite a few places, though.
So you can get 2 Wahoo products at the Wine, Beer, and Spirits, right? Because you
Yep.
can get Wahoo Distillery and you can get Wahoo Locker.
Wahoo
Absolutely.
represent.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's
Very cool.
great.
Do you do any direct sales out of your own building or?
Yeah, people stop in and,
Uh-huh.
I mean, every once in a while and just chat with me for a little while. And,
I was wondering
see what
if,
it's all
if people
about.
just come out or if they want to check it out or.
And you-
yeah. So not to get into too much of the Nebraska legalities around spirits, but you can sell out of your tap room. You can self-distribute up to 500 gallons a year, or you can sell to a distributor.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So we mostly do the latter of the two.
Mhm.
Right.
Um,
Right. Yeah.
Distributors have the network to get stuff around, and
Right.
that's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I like the two, like you said, you can get it at a couple of the places here in town where if you're out, you're doing barbecue or you're not
Mhm.
having to have somebody,
Set hours.
set hours to be there.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, and I mean, I'm there like 80 hours a week, but I
Right.
never seem to be there when people
People go.
stop by.
Yeah, of course.
It's
Of
just
course.
how it goes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But so it goes.
Yes.
Nice. And did I see you offer tours as well of your facility?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. You can reach out to me. Like we're gonna do a few on Saturday this week, but
oh, nice.
More kind of like a appointment type thing, like just kind of
Like booked in
set it
advance.
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, just reach out to me. my phone number and email address are on the website, or hit me up on Facebook, and we'll get something figured out.
Perfect.
Because I love
See a little
showing
behind the
people around.
scenes.
Yeah. Yeah. I say it was fun. I
Nice.
mean, we didn't really do a tour, but just going in and checking stuff out, but looking to be like, where should we film?
It's a lot to look at.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Lots of stuff.
Yes.
Nice, exciting stuff though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anything else coming up? I guess really for Wahoo Distillery or barbecue, like where we know we're going to see you at the fair.
Mhm.
Anything else that people can find you?
So August and September start the really busy season for the food truck. Like we will do well over half of our sales in
Oh, wow.
Q3,
Oh, wow.
which seems odd, but I mean, the weather's cooling
Mhm.
down.
Sure.
More outdoor
People are-
festivals.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they're getting those last outdoor festivals in before dreaded winter season.
Right.
But,
Yes.
yeah, lots of stuff. So obviously Saunders County Fair, lots of band events coming up.
Oh,
Like high school band events are really fun.
okay.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so, man, I'm giving out all my secrets here. But like the best food trucker events are like when people can't go and find food.
You've got a
somewhere
captive
else.
audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And like big,
Is it like the
band.
marching band type
Yeah,
things? Okay.
absolutely.
Like
Okay.
competitions where
right.
Yeah, where
You're
everyone's
all
coming
dressed
to it and they
up,
don't.
you're-
There's nowhere to eat.
Well, they don't want to leave, right?
Right.
So like
Mhm.
we do two, or we're going to do two at Millard South this year, right? And
Okay.
there's probably 100 restaurants within 5 miles,
right.
Right.
but there's nowhere to park.
Right.
People
Uh-huh.
aren't leaving.
Right.
No.
Like it's
right.
terrific.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna walk a mile to your car to go down to
No,
McDonald's
and they
back.
probably have good seat. They're like, I have these seats. I don't want
Exactly, right.
to. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nope. I get
exactly
that.
And it's good food, so why would you?
Oh,
leave?
I know.
Right. And then ice cream cruise is coming up. That's in
Oh.
Iowa, but
Huh.
that's
So
a
you're going all
huge
over.
car show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds fun.
yeah.
I want to go.
Ice cream cruise.
right?
It's a lot of fun.
Sign
Like,
me
it's
up.
huge.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very fun.
May do Jubilee for the scout deal at Mahoney this year. We'll
Oh,
see.
okay.
Not sure if we're doing that one yet, but
Sure.
Mhm.
trying to.
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah. TBD. Yes.
Right. Shadow Ridge, their concerts coming up.
Okay.
Should do that. A bunch of other stuff. But
There's a lot of,
Mhm.
yeah. That's fun that you do all of those different
yeah.
events. That's fun.
Nice. What's your hot food truck item that you always? can't
So it
have
really
enough
depends
of.
where you're at, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I mean, if you're at junk stock, there's a lot of samplers that we sell, which is a little
Mhm.
bit of everything we have on the trailer.
Okay.
If you're at band events, we'll sell French fries for, I mean, like hundreds of pounds. No, probably 500 pounds of French fries.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I mean,
So
it's
people can
unbelievable.
snack on and
Yeah, well, I
watch
mean,
the show.
kids, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
just want
They're like,
something easy,
yeah.
Right.
like cheesy
Yeah.
fries.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really kind of depends where you're at,
Hmm.
how adventurous people are.
Uh-huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whoever your audience is of the day and
Right. Then you know what they're.
mm-hmm.
And if you have a crowd where they're like, well, I've never had this before, I'm going to, like you were talking about,
Right.
samplers or.
Can't make up my mind. It all sounds good.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I mean, like we were at Ragbri on Sunday,
Okay.
and people were just eating snacky stuff, right? Because they still had 10 miles. Of
Right.
bike
They didn't want to
riding
pack it
do.
on and then
Right.
go pedal another.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, 10 miles all loaded down with food is probably
Ugh.
not a great idea. right?
Probably
I couldn't
not.
do 10 miles on a good day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't
But good on
either.
them.
Yeah.
Right. It was fun though.
I'll say, I'm sure it was fun to feed them and be like, bye.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, like, bikes started coming through town at 8:45, and there was a constant, like, I'm not even talking a gap, but like constant bikes coming through till 4:45, 5.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
I mean, it's
I heard it's just a
huge.
ton of people.
Huge. Yeah.
They close
Yeah.
down highways,
Yeah.
and it's a really big deal.
It's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know how people do it, but good for them, like you said.
Right. Don't sign me up. But
Yeah.
I go to the food truck.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I'm glad they can do it.
Yes. Right.
Not
Right.
on my list.
No. I think what's always the worst for me to think about it is not even like the riding of the bike, but it's like at the end, like if I did that, I want a shower and air conditioning and a bed. I do not want a tent.
I mean, we were joking that like a portable shower house would just make money. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
100%.
right?
Yes.
'Cause I'm
Yes.
with you. Like, the first thing I'd want after that is a shower.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gritty and dusty and
Yeah.
sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
No,
There you go. Business idea number 3 for you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Portable showers to go to your festivals
we're
and
not pursuing that. It's still an idea. It would work.
Yeah.
Right. You never know. When did you start the distillery? I remember buying the first batch like around Christmas time as gifts. How long ago was that?
December 22nd of 22 is when we officially opened.
Okay.
Yeah, so 19 months or so now.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I would say, and I feel like it's just gone. Like you opened and it's,
Mm-hmm.
and I think also, but it's because you are working at it. Like it's not, it's not just like, well, hey, I opened this and
Maybe once whiskey.
yeah.
Yeah, we definitely spend more time marketing and branding than we do anything else, which
Mm-hmm.
was not my goal.
Right. Right.
But, I mean, yeah, like I've got a sales guy that's all he does, right? I mean, of course he helps with production when I need him to, but
Sure.
his day to day is out talking with liquor stores and all sorts of places.
Sure.
That's what he does.
Mhm.
Right.
Finding those new avenues. You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work to get started.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And just getting in like where people are like, okay, yeah, we'll have you on our shelves and
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And why should we have you?
Why? Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
explaining that.
Well, and it's like, and you have to be able to explain that good and not be like,
Have
well,
your elevator pitch ready
yeah,
to go.
right.
Absolutely. That's a lot of it. I mean, we again do a ton of tastings, like at basically anywhere that ask us, right?
Sure.
And that's fun. I mean, you get
Yeah.
to meet a lot of people, and that's where I run into all the people that know someone
From Wahoo.
or they're from Wahoo, one or the other.
Right.
Which is
Yes.
great.
Or they've driven through Wahoo.
Yes.
Or they didn't know Wahoo had a distillery,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
and they live here.
Oh.
That's always funny to me because there will be times, and there's times where I'll do something I'm like, oh, and I might not have it as much because of being part of the chamber,
Mm-hmm.
but there are where you tell somebody something and they're like, wait, what?
Right.
And I'm like, how
Mhm.
did you not know?
Do you live under a rock?
Right, because I'm like, your sign is very prominent. Like it is not a dinky little sign on your building.
Well, and of course, people are like, you should have made it bigger. I'm like, it is as big as humanly possible, according to Wahoo City Code,
Oh,
Right.
sure.
Makes sense.
Sure. Yep.
to the inch.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's so funny. I think it is just that thing of there's so much that we get bombarded with
Yep. Mhm.
anymore, even like a social media, all that stuff. You're seeing like all this stuff and it not until you,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we are literally hit with advertising 100%
Mm-hmm. All
of
the
the day.
time.
Constantly.
and we don't even know it.
No.
Like you don't even
No.
know.
Well, and if you're not on social media, where do you find news? You know?
Right,
Subscribe to the
right.
paper.
Right.
You
And then
know.
you have the paper, and that's about really it. And
Mhm.
word of mouth or your coffee
shop
talk. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, it's true. But yeah, we spend a lot of time trying to make sure people know we're out here.
Mhm.
Right. I think it's good just because we were just on a call yesterday for the chamber for doing something with our new like Wahoo Bucks, and the rep was like, oh, well, I hope that I can come, and help you with something because Wahoo, like he was like obsessed with
The
that it was
name.
named Wahoo. And I do think that might help
absolutely.
where people are like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Mhm.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the name is terrific.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for letting me borrow part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Anytime.
Yeah.
I'll pay a lease or whatever.
Yeah. And I feel like Wahoo Distillery just just goes right
Mm-hmm.
easy off the tongue too.
Oh,
Like
it sounds great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, thank you again.
Not a problem.
If you ever want to open that whiskey bar, downtown
I
could
know.
use some.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Wheelhouses for sale.
Yeah.
My wife told me I couldn't buy it.
Oh.
I was like, look you could have barbecue.
Right.
And
There's a kitchen
whiskey.
you could serve out of.
Your wife is like,
Yeah, she said.
You're already not home. You're already not home 80 hours a week.
She,
Like you could live upstairs.
she,
Yeah, that's
she was
true.
very clear that I would not be buying the wheel. Let's leave it at that.
It's like she knew you too well.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes when she says no, like, there's some,
wiggle room.
it's possible.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
And sometimes she's very direct.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. This
This
And
one
was
that
a
means
direct.
It's not happening.
right.
And the
right.
wheelhouse was on that list.
Darn
Well,
it.
shoot.
Yeah. Maybe the next one.
Maybe,
There you go.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
Maybe when one of the other ones.
Yeah. Decide
Decide
to sell.
to, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Maybe if it's just a little, like just a tasting room that you're only open.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where you don't have to, where it's
Right.
not something where,
You're
yeah,
not
like,
constantly staffed.
I mean,
you're not serving lunch.
right.
You know.
I mean, yeah, restaurant and bar. That's like I think is the hardest.
One, finding good employees
That's the thing.
that will
to run
always be
it.
there.
Yes.
Mhm.
And say the right things.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Carry
Good
out the
stuff.
brand.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big part of it.
Don't worry, I've thought about it a lot. It's just not today.
Not
Yes,
today. Yes.
but that's not a no never.
Yeah.
That's correct. I agree.
Yeah, and I think it would be so much fun to have like nightlife that wasn't the bar scene, like more kind of like a, I don't know, quieter type of
Yeah.
interesting experience.
Right.
We shall see.
But that's just
Yeah.
my
Time will
thoughts.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, get my fingers crossed.
Tell your wife about that. Tell her about the quiet.
Yeah,
The
just
qui-
really like high end, quiet date night kind of
Right.
good music.
Yeah, there's lots of ideas in my head, but
Oh, I
some
bet.
of them are just like on hold for a while.
Sure.
Right,
Sure.
right.
Nope. Understand
It's
I
that.
100% agree. Like something downtown would be cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. And don't forget,
To keep it local, friends.
This has been a Chamber Chat
With Kate.
and Kat.
See you next time.